Hello my friends, what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, of which at this point there are 2,000,002 videos for this foundation. I'm exaggerating, but there's a lot out there, guys, and so you've probably already watched reviews on this foundation at this point. But coming from a person who prefers light to medium coverage, but given the fact that I was highly intrigued by all of the claims this foundation made, I picked it up. So if you're interested in seeing how this foundation works for me, given again that I'm not a high coverage type of girl, then just keep watching. So if you've been with my channel for a hot minute at this point, a long time really, because it's been a while since I've purchased what used to be Kat Von D Beauty. And so I was no longer purchasing any items from her brand. So you may be like, I thought you weren't buying the brand. No, I was not. And if you are new, there are several reasons behind that. Primarily that I just was not comfortable with some of the names of her eyeshadows, things like that. Laugh or call it what you will, but we each have our own convictions, and there were just things that I wasn't comfortable with. So I just made the decision to stop buying Kat Von D altogether. Well, sometime back, she parted ways with the brand and it just became KVD Beauty. So it has nothing to do with her at this point. And you know, when you don't buy a brand for a while, it kind of, your interest in that brand just eventually, you know, dissipates, and you're like, there's not even anything I would buy from the brand, even if I could. So this is the first time that something's come out from the brand that I'm like, okay, I want to give it a try. And it had been on my loves list for a little bit since it came out, really. And I was like, I'll get it during the next sale or something. Well, then I ended up finding out that it was selling out, and I'm like, how? This just came out. Little did I know. I went to Ulta. Ulta's site is where I had it on my loves list, and my shade was still in stock. I don't know how. So that being said, I did pick it up, and it's what we're going to go through today. That was a whole long explanation, but let me take you through a few details. Not going to go too heavy into them, but I do want you to know that it is $38. Obviously, Kat Von D and KVD have always been vegan, so cruelty-free, all of that good stuff. It does have a 12-month shelf life, and from my understanding, this packaging is, you know, to the compact itself is absolutely recyclable. And I like the packaging. I think it's nice. So the fact that it is a win-win situation is kind of cool. So let's see. It is a buildable, claims to be. So it's a foundation balm, and it is buildable, full coverage, and hydrating with a lightweight long wear formula and a fresh matte finish. Oh, that all makes sense now. Okay. Infused with apple extract to help nourish skin. Good apple minimize the appearance of pores and gives skin a smooth, healthy look. Plus, it's non-comedogenic, non-cakey, flashback-free foundation. I've seen it be cakey on a lot of people, so it's just, I think, the amount that you put on your skin. Quickly covers blemishes and discoloration for an instant confidence boost in fully recyclable packaging. So that is the scoop on this bad boy here. And again, I did pick mine up on Ulta's website, and I did pick the shade up medium 027, which is described to be the light to medium, not light to light medium, light to medium neutral undertone shade. So when it first came in, I thought, oh my gosh, it's too deep, but it's actually not. It's perfect. And I had been reading comments from people saying, it runs light, you need to go up a shade from what you're used to. And I was like, oh, but no, once it came in, I was like, oh, I think it's too dark, and it wasn't. So I've heard people say that this feels kind of cheap. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. I like that there's like a little emblem, or not emblem, but design, embellishment, whatever. And yeah, it's, what can I say? It's a foundation, all in this little compact. So obviously I've never used a foundation balm, so this is going to be new for me, as possibly new for you. But here is what the shade looks like. Let me give you a quick swatch. It is very smooth. It's not like it drags or anything. Like, it is super, super creamy. And very highly intensely pigmented. You've already seen that. You know that to be true. I'm going to put it right here, like where I've got my veins. And that's what it looks like. So yes, it is high coverage. What I have seen on so many people, sorry if the lighting changes, you guys, this is so awkward the way I'm doing this, but I have seen this look super dewy and healthy on so many people. I've seen it look cakey on so many people. So that being said, yeah. Anyways, but it does claim to be soft matte, and I hadn't realized that before. I don't know why. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, it looks so healthy and dewy on people, but now in my demo, it'll all make sense what I'm telling you right now. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on the face together along with all my other complexion products. And then here in a while, it is about a little after 6:30 right now. So that's actually about 6:50 now because I actually already filmed this. But we're gonna come back around 1 o'clock. That's when I do my workout for the day. I do it during my lunch hour. We're gonna come back and just kind of do a check-in. I'm not gonna do like a full hour, 8 p.m., all of that stuff. I'm gonna take this to 1 p.m. And so I will do a check-in at that point. And then I also wanna take a photo because it's supposed to be non-flashback, and then at that point I will probably do one final quick take a look-see after my workout, just so that you have an idea how it holds up with sweat and all of that. So let's get into the demo at this time. All right, guys, so the moment of truth. I have been so excited to use this, but I've been holding off to film this video. So this is the Good Apple foundation. You've already seen this a million times over at this point. Who would have thought within the past week and a half that this would become the absolute viral sensation that it has become? I picked up the shade Medium 027, which was described as light to medium with neutral undertones, which I usually go light, medium with neutral. So it was exactly what I would have looked for. When it came in, it was, I did swatch it, looked a little deep, and so I think it's gonna be okay. I don't know, maybe it was sitting in my hot mailbox and it kind of looked a little deeper than it was, because it's looking pretty decent now, but we will soon find out. I saw people in the comments saying, go a shade up, it runs really light, and so I thought, oh man, I hope my shade works for me. And then I was like, oh, wonder what they were saying with that. So let's go ahead and start. Now here's the thing. I'm not gonna do what everyone's doing and do half a side with the brush and half a side with the sponge. I'm gonna do what works for me. So my skin type is pretty normal. I don't have a lot of texture. I do have a lot of pores right here in this area. My nose is like the common nose issues we all know. Just I feel like noses are gross. Anyways, but I'm not gonna do half and half, because I typically would go in with something like this, this high coverage. I would automatically go with a sponge. If I find that the sponge isn't working for me or I don't like it, I have a brush on standby. But for now, we are gonna do the sponge. What I am gonna do though, I'm not gonna go directly into the product. I'm not looking for that high coverage. I don't do super high coverage foundations. The reason I got this was because it's marketed as like it's a balm, but it's supposed to be dewy and healthy and just very healthy looking. So that being said, I'm gonna go in with a very light hand, and I'm dipping in, I'm dipping in with just my finger, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dot it all over my face the way I would a liquid foundation. So might even be putting too much as we speak, and I can already see like how it looks with my pores, but that means nothing. Okay, maybe let's start with that, because I feel like I may be putting too much on without even realizing it. So this is my ColourPop sponge. I've told y'all in the past, I think I told y'all in my last video, I'm not really a fan. I won't buy this again, but it's what I've got right now that's clean, and it's what we're working with. So let me zoom in a little closer so that we're gonna get up close and personal, okay? Maybe I went in too light with like almost no product. It's like dissipating. It's like, where's the foundation? Where'd it go? All right, well, my theory was just debunked. So I am gonna go directly in super light, super light. I feel like I've seen so many people go so heavy on this that it's the last thing I want to do. What's happening? Like, why? I hope this isn't one of those things where I'm like sitting here and I'm not seeing anything, but if I were to step away from this light, it would look so bad. Like, cause you see my nose is still red. All right, well, maybe we'll try the brush. I feel like I just need to go in. Okay, I'm seeing coverage now. Very lightweight coverage, but it's because I went in with very little. It's what I wanted. It's what I wanted. Okay. All right, look, I am gonna do the brush because I feel like, I said I wasn't, but okay. This is an It Cosmetics. What is this? It's already like rubbed off. I can't even tell you what it is. I don't know. The lettering has already rubbed off. Okay, I'm gonna go in so light. Okay. Like, there's hardly any product on there. It's like got a lint in it now. Yuck. I hate when that happens with cream products, but whew, okay, well, I did what I was hoping not to do. But that's okay. I think I went in with just enough, maybe. And I didn't have any on this side, so it's fine. I feel like I was so intrigued by this foundation that I started watching people's videos, and it always looks so like balmy and healthy on their skin, but I think it's because they went in with too much. I don't know. Who am I kidding? I'm a novice at this, apparently. Okay, that doesn't... I don't find that it's looking super balmy on me. Why? I feel like I'm always that, you know, when it says like, it looked healthy on 99% of people tested. I'd be that 1%. That'd be like, I don't see it. Because I went in, trying to make sure I blended that area. This is like a problem area in that sometimes I don't notice that I don't fully blend something out. I'll be out and about and I'll look in the car mirror and I see this big splotch right here and I'm like, how embarrassing. Okay, I think that looks pretty smoothing. Oh, my bad. Y'all need to point these things out to me. Okay. Wow. You can go light-handed on this and get a very lovely wash of foundation without being too dramatic about it. You know, as far as like, I don't mean you being dramatic. I mean, without the situation being really dire, dramatic. I feel like it's looking a little light at the moment because I did self-tan yesterday. The lazy self-tanner that I've told y'all, I am a lazy self-tanner, but I do from time to time do like my neck and my arms and my legs. And then I leave like the middle part of my body just fair. But okay, I think I'm liking this. This is looking very smoothing. It's not cakey because I didn't go ham, but I do want to show you, I hope you can see. I'm going to get, oh, you guys, this is going to be the most up close and personal we've ever been. I don't know. Can you see my pores? This is supposed to be like pore smoothing or something. I'll read you to this. I'll be reading you the description, but so I don't see like it did a super amazing thing for my pores, but I think overall it looks healthy. I don't know that I'm super overwhelmed by it. It's probably because I've had a couple other foundations recently that have absolutely blown my socks off. So I don't know. Whenever there's so much hype surrounding something, you have the expectations of this is going to be the best thing I have ever bought. But I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice. Keeping in mind, I went in with a very, very light hand and only one layer. So, all right, let's do the rest of the face. And then later on we'll do a check-in. Let's go in with the Rare Beauty concealer. I am going in with a lightweight concealer because this is a very heavy foundation. So I didn't want to be caking anything up. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look. Wow. As I was putting on product after product, I kept on thinking, this is looking nicer and nicer. Again, I went in with a very thin amount of product, a very thin layer. I do find that it looks a little more matte on me than, now granted, I did set it, but even prior to setting it with the Tatcha powder, did find that it was looking a little bit more matte on me than balmy or healthy. And the way I've seen it on other people, it's looking like really healthy. So, but then again, it's also looking kind of thick. So that being said, I feel like it looks pretty darn flawless, but only the next few hours will really tell what it's like because we got to see how it wears. Now, so it is about 6:30 right now. I work out at 1 o'clock. I work out during my lunch hour. So that being said, I will do a quick check-in before I start working out. And then I will probably take a photo after I work out just so that you can see how it holds up during a workout. And then we'll go from there. This claims to be no flashback. So we're gonna do a flash picture too. And I will insert it into this video so that you can take a look. But given how it looks on me, I have a feeling that is true, just because, again, it's looking a little more matte. I don't know that I would fully believe that claim if it were looking more dewy and balmy on me, but who knows. So that being said, I will be back in just a little bit to let you know how it's holding up. Okay guys, so I've had the foundation on for about 6.5 hours at this point. We're at the point of the day where I'm about to go do my workout. So I've had it on for about 6.5 hours, so about 6:30 to 1 o'clock. So let's go ahead and get up close and personal so that you can see what is going on. So honestly, this is holding up really, really nicely. Granted, I've been sitting at a desk working. I haven't really been doing a whole lot of activity in that sense where my workout will really come in handy. But let me get up close so that you can see what we're working with. What I have found is that my complexion products, so blush, bronzer, highlight, look so melted into the skin. They don't look like they're sitting on top. Now, granted, I did use a cream blush, which typically melts into the skin, but my bronzer and my highlight were powder. So first off, I want to show you, as far as pores, I feel like it's doing a great job on this side. My pores don't look hidden, but they definitely look more minimal. And they look kind of average on this side. They don't look emphasized, but they're also not blurred like on this side. So I'm hoping you can see that. You can see it right there. As far as like nose and stuff, I've seen people saying it breaks up on the nose. Yeah, I haven't had that. Like even right here, where is a problem area for me, it looks okay. It's not cracking. It's not gross. It's not separating anywhere. So I'm trying to get like super up close so that you can see. This is like a little more up close and personal than I'd usually get with anybody, but it's all for the greater good. So anyways, wow. I'm very impressed. I am a lot more impressed than what I thought I was going to be, quite frankly, although I did have very high expectations. But when I did my makeup in the morning, I told you that like it wasn't totally knocking my socks off and that there were others that had come out recently that just have wowed me. And I think I'm going to say this is wowing me right now. Again, I have to stress the fact that I used a minimal amount of product. And I think that is key with this product, because if you go in with too much, if you've watched Juicy Jazz's video on this already, then by the end of her video, you saw it was separating and all of that. So, and I think she had it on longer than what I have it, but I also went in with such a small amount of product that I was looking for just a light, almost a skin tint type of thing. So I am absolutely floored with how just porcelain-like my skin looks. It looks very flawless. And my pores, yes, they're kind of there, but you only see them if you're super up close to me. So if like I'm passing by and I look in a mirror, I'm like, look nice. Anyways, not trying to be vain, you do understand. All right, guys, I will do one absolute final check-in just super quick as soon as my workout is done, so that you can see how that held up. And my workout is actually, I'm gonna go running outside. So, and it's kind of warm today. So that being said, I'll see you in just a bit. Okay guys, so this is the final check-in for the foundation. I am sweaty and I am hot, so you see some of the redness peeking through, but really a lot of that's my blush. I think it held up pretty darn well. It looks pretty smooth. It looks a little dewy at this point, obviously, because I'm sweating, but I think I am happy with the outcome. I'll bring you in a little closer, and then you can still see my pores right there, but those look pretty smooth. Yep. I'm happy with the result. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video. I do hope you enjoyed and found it helpful in your quest for this ever so elusive foundation at this point. I think it's gonna be a while before there's a restock, if you want me to be honest, because usually when a product sells out like this, where it sells out at all retailers, as well as the main source, which is KVD Beauty, then it takes them a while to replenish. They no longer have that stock on their end to filter down to retailers. So, but you know, if you still really do want this foundation, then just add it to your loves list, whether it be Ulta, Sephora, the KVD website, and just keep an eye on it for it to come back into stock. Before I let you go, I just want to give you a very quick verse of the day. You guys know what time it is, and if you are new, I love to give a verse just in an effort to motivate you, encourage you, and to tell you that Jesus loves you. Today's comes from Psalm 107:1, and it says, "Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His mercies endure forever." He is so, so good, and that just comes from the heart, from the love, the utmost love that I have for him. It is my prayer that if you don't already know him as your Lord and Savior, that he would show you his love and his peace in a way that you would only know that it came from him. He is worth, worth every penny, but he is worth every moment spent with him. He's so amazing. All right, friends. Well, thanks again for stopping by, for spending some time with me, for testing this new foundation. I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay safe and stay well. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. See you soon, friends. Bye.